Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. If you've never been here, hello stranger, it's great to have you here. My name is Frida Martins. I am an artist and tarot learner from Germany living in Iceland. And on Tuesdays I'm always trying to read tarot with decks that I love. And this is a very general reading. I have autism amongst other things and tend to take things sometimes quite literally, but tarot readings mostly help me to find out major themes in my life, so please don't take anything literally, take it as it resounds, and focus on questions that you may have and that you see themes towards in these cards. My question of the day is, what can we all do for peace? And here I have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It strongly depends on the context if I read reverses. I would say like this is an African buffalo, and this looks like a cuckoo. And it's my understanding that the Six of Pentacles is always about sharing richnesses and some sort of generosity. I think when I designed my own tarot, I did some animals on a balancing scale or a teeter-totter. So maybe this bird is really balancing on the buffalo. That makes me think of one of my favorite songs by Dwayne Ford, Follow the Buffalo Home. And we all know that like buffalo and rhinoceros and elephants and so on are often frequented by birds that pick parasites off their head. So actually or the rest of their skin, and it's actually a win-win situation for both. The bird and the bigger mammal. Like the birds get nourishment and the buffalo gets clean skin. So maybe, okay, this is of course clouded and shrouded, so of course I can't get any clear message now, you do this and you do that for peace, but maybe, sorry, my stomach is growling. Yeah, talking about nourishment. Maybe we can check where we can have win-win situations with our neighbors, where we can take a curve to build a community. Because I am still at the point that I can't change the big world politics, big round globe, but I can change the community. Maybe I should clarify, how could I or everyone who watches this change the community? Page of Swords. Page is always like someone who learns something. This is I think you call this an ermine in English, or like Hermelin in German. Of course, the poppies are like a very personal symbol to me for writing books. So what about tell your story? Tell your story in an artwork that suits you. Here, of course, like a blood moon always makes me think of the song White Pearl, Black Oceans, and this is also black and white. This song is very sad, but it's very meaningful to me. So maybe even you can build up a community by sharing songs that are meaningful to you. I remember a scene from my childhood where, like, a child saw a strange shape in the sky and said, maybe this is God's eye. So I always want to emphasize that, like, being a Christian and reading tarot doesn't exclude each other. I grew up in surroundings where, like, let's say, esoteric thingies were frowned upon as something sort of devilish, but I actually see it as something very positive to think about themes in your life. And think about how people, like, one of the first things that I remember that people taught me is when you pet animals, don't pet against the direction of the coat, because that somewhat hurts the animal or is, like, uncomfy for the animal. So, and I mean, of course, sometimes I have to tell people uncomfy truths, but yeah, let's protect those who can't talk with words, like the animals. Okay, here's the animal, of course, falling down. What do we have here? The Hermit is, of course, always like a card that says some things you have to do alone. And here the spider is weaving a web. Maybe that makes me think of a web of thoughts. And here we have this red moon theme again, where actually, yeah, you can share songs. Yeah. Actually, I really want to know my audience. So can you maybe, if you see this, post one title of one favorite song, just with words, in the comments. Please, no links, because I don't know if that's possible and good to post links, but like a name of the type White Pearl Black Oceans, or Itsy Bitsy Spider, whatever. Hermit is often about drawing back and collecting yourself. The spider is stretching all the legs in all directions in order to make her net, in order to catch what's important to her, what nourishes her. So when we are thinking of community and being good to other creatures, let's don't forget to be good to ourselves. And yeah, the Black Oceans song is technically about a man who was good to himself but took it a little bit too far. So yeah, here, why do we have the spider theme all over the place now? And like, this spider is catching the coins, the wealth. Yeah, let's do a little bit of that, what fulfills your life and what brings you a healthy thought network and what makes you richer in spirit. It's not my place to communicate about money or anyone else's money. But here are again the poppies, and I mean, I really actually, by writing, I would like to catch a good network of people and a good, also, like, money to live on. I mean, it is my dream to live on my art. So maybe how can we combine our dreams and the peace? Batman, diddle 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 diddle, Batman. Yeah, actually, this looks a little bit like these old lithographic pictures, a little bit. And it's the Justice card. I should have brought this to our, like, tarot design session today, because we're preparing my own tarot deck for print, and shame on me, we didn't know what numbers were which card. But actually, like some of tarot readers who I like, they really say the 11 is a significant number of beginning something new. Also, the 11 is to me, the 11 is a bus line that has on one end a shopping mall with a post box, and on the other end another shopping mall that looks a little bit deserted, but that has actually a good pizza place. So I would once again say do the things that nourish you. Like, of course, I write snail mail. Not everybody does that, but in tarot, the snail mail letter actually often means you're getting a message that you've been waiting for. And here the bat is also like spreading the wings, and I'm getting horrible many red moon circles. So I would also say like lunar eclipses are mystical, but still you can technically calculate them all if you know the mathematics and if you know your astronomy. I don't. But here the red moon is shining through the bat. The bat is also often a largely like misunderstood animal, but I see like the hands, I see the fingers, so maybe this is also a story about doing something with your hands to contribute to justice and peace in your surroundings. Spread your wings in ways that you didn't know were possible. I mean, I don't have like such a stretchy skin under my hands and feet, but maybe you want to find a hidden talent. Maybe you want to, I think these flowers are called night candles, aren't they? Maybe you, because they pop open after dark and they actually spread out a lot. Like in my childhood home, we had so many in the recent past that like a gardener had to remove them specifically, even though I said I wanted to keep them. But I'm very far away from my childhood home. I've never seen these flowers in Iceland, but I've seen them in Germany and I like them. And it was actually funny to see them pop open at dusk. So maybe you'll find something that is like even in the times where things are dark, maybe you find even something that looks funny for a moment. And last card for the day, because my video time is almost up. An owl can also be a funny night thing, and of course, yeah, in the childhood home where they had to remove the night candle flowers, they also had to remove a dying tree. And I think the stump is still there. And of course, the owl is actually also connected to a lot of childhood memories that would lead too far now. But the owl actually has really specific feet with like 2 toes going in the front and 2 in the back to grip better whatever comes into her hands, so to say. Maybe this is a time where you have to take a grip of the things. Here is the caterpillar, and here are the cocoons of the I think you call this chrysalis in English. This is one of the cool words that I saw like written for the first time recently, but I don't know how to pronounce it. If you have native English speakers in my audience, please enlighten me somehow. Anyway, there is something developing in the chrysalis, and that could also be a wealth. And of course, the owl is a silent predator. Like, she has really specific feathers so she can fly silently, so the other animals don't hear her. So maybe there is something happening in silence in your life that just also has to develop. And also that has to develop out of a tree stump that was not supposed to be a tree anymore. So I wish you a wonderful day where you can find the hidden treasures in your tree stumps. Bye bye.